everyone, this is Kelsey from Peachtree Plans. Welcome to my first ever Plan With Me video. I'm so excited I finally got the chance to film this. This week I'm planning the week of Easter and I'm using this beautiful gold foiled kit from Nicole Alexia Designs and it's called Easter. So just a little about my planning style. At the end of each week, I usually just lay down the base kit for the week coming up. So I'll just lay down like the bottom washi, the sidebar, the date headers, the full boxes, just so I'm ready to go the next week. I would say my planning style is kind of a mix of like memory planning and plan as I go. So I usually go in and I put like all of my big events, like if I have assignments due or just like any other things coming up during the week, I'll put those down. And then usually at the end of each day, I'll like go in and put what I did that day. So that's what you'll see in this video. You'll really just see me write in like my big events. And then I'm really big on Instagram. At least I try to post a lot. So I usually post like my midweek and then I'll post like my full spread or like the end of the week on like Sunday or Monday. So if you're not following me, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Peachtree Plans and then you can see all of my posts like of my spreads. And then I also post like hauls and then I'll have all of my like PR codes linked there too. So here I am still just working on my bottom washi and the bottom washi like doesn't quite fit all the way across in the Erin Condren planner, so I usually just like white out the end and it looks fine. Don't actually recommend this white out, it's not very good. I really need to get one that matches a little better. This bottom washi is what really sold me on this kit. Like it's, just look at it, it's so beautiful. Like little eggs with all these little gold foil details. It's so beautiful. Shameless plug, but I am part of the Nicole Alexia Design Spring Influencer team, so I'll have my code linked below. But I am like genuinely obsessed with all of these kits. Like they're my absolute favorite ones to use. And if you go back through my Instagram, like pretty much all of the kits I use are from Nicole Alexia Designs. So next thing is I usually work on my sidebar and I always like flip through my other spreads just to get a little inspiration. I feel like I usually just go with like the same kind of variations of a sidebar. I'm kind of a creature of habit. I like what I like. So this week I'm going in with a full box on the bottom and I don't know if you've noticed this yet so far, but I'm kind of like really particular about how I lay down my stickers. I just really like everything to be super straight and super like precise. That's just how I am. Not sure why. I changed it up a little bit and I ordered these headers from Strawberry Creek Studio and their designs are just always so adorable. Like these have little bunnies and eggs and flowers and I got them in gold foil and in a light blue color just to match, and I'm using those as like a little spacer. And here I am adjusting things, of course. It wasn't like completely straight across the full box, so I peeled it up and fixed it, of course. So next I'm going in with the little days of the week tracker, and I use this to track dinners. So I actually live with my boyfriend. We've been together for about 2.5 years, and we've been living together for a little over 1.5 years now. But we usually go like grocery shopping once a week, and we try to plan like all of our meals ahead of time. And so I'll use this to like just write down my meals, and then when we're like deciding what we're gonna make the next week, I'll go in and just like flip through my past spreads and be like, oh yeah, that was good, let's make that again. So while I'm working on my sidebar, since this is my first video, I just wanted to tell you all a little bit about me so you could get to know me. First thing is I am in nursing school. I'm in an accelerated program, so I actually started in January and I will graduate in August of 2022, so it's only 15 months long. The accelerated programs are designed for people who already have a bachelor's degree, so I graduated 2 years ago with my degree in biology, and I quickly realized after working in customer service for 1.5 years that I did not want to work in a desk job for the rest of my life, and I didn't really like working in a lab. And I've always been interested in healthcare, and I just really missed working with people like one-on-one, and I just wanted to be in a position where I could help people. Anyway, I'm really loving my program so far, and I'm just really excited to like get started with clinicals and everything. And I really hope to like incorporate more nursing things into like my channel and then onto my Instagram. So just some like organization things and how I'll organize for school and like my clinicals, and I'll also be working as a student intern, so that schedule as well. Okay, back to my sidebar. So next I'm putting in a habit tracker, and I use this to track my meds. And I feel like I rarely forget to take my meds, but just checking off that day every day, it makes me feel really productive, so I keep it. So the Nicole Alexia Design kits come with these different little washi strips that just take up like the width of a full box. And so I usually put those in there just to take up some space, and then I always put a full box in the corner to cover that calendar. So another fact about me while I'm working on my sidebar, this actually came to mind because I'm sitting here recording these voiceovers and my cat just jumped on the fridge and up onto our cabinets, and we've literally put so many things up on top of our fridge so he wouldn't do it, but he's a little mastermind and figured it out. So that's my next fact is I have a cat and his name is Arnold, and he's almost 3 years old, and he is such a joy and has the funniest little personality, and I love him so much. Okay, so back to my sidebar. So I don't know if I was just like nervous about planning on camera or if I just completely spaced, but I usually put a box that says this week and then I put a checklist underneath it, and I just completely forgot. So I added these headers and then I put in a little mandala, but then I ended up ripping it all up because I really wanted my checklist there. So, you know, sometimes you gotta change things around. I do really love these mandalas from Sadie stickers. I know I pulled it up here, but I used a bunch of them later in my spread, and they were from a $2 Tuesday, and this is kind of a side fact slash tip that I have, is $2 Tuesdays are like one of the best ways, in my opinion, to build up your collection. But I love $2 Tuesdays. It's like my favorite day of the week. I'm always really excited to see all the new collections. And let's see, so some of my favorite shops for $2 Tuesdays are Sadie Stickers, Letters to Apollo, and then Sticker Guru always has super cute $2 Tuesdays and like a bunch of different designs, and they always have like some fun foil colors. And then recently Nicole Alexia Designs started putting out a lot of $2 Tuesdays, and man, she's been killing it with the designs lately. They're so cute. I can't wait to show you guys them. Okay, so I'm adding in some headers. I put one that said meds and then another that said dinners, and now I'm just adding a little cutlery icon, and that's from Planning City. And I didn't even realize that Arnold was in these shots, and I feel like I was going to edit it out, but it's kind of funny. So this is like a typical day for me, as he's just always in my business, but it's really funny. But I was filming this right in front of we have these really big windows in our apartment, and so, you know, got to get the natural light, and Arnold loves sitting in the window, so he was just like, what are you doing in my space? And so he had to come check it out. Okay, so now I'm moving on to headers, and I think I'm just trying to show you, oh yeah, so they always like match up, and so I like to kind of stagger them, and I always put them in like a diagonal pattern, and you'll see. I don't know why I do it. I like the way it looks, I guess, but I do it every week with these Nicole Alexia design kits. I feel like headers always take the longest with me because I'm so particular about them, and I just want to make sure they're straight, because if they're not straight, then my date header is not straight, and then I like to line up my full boxes with that, and if that's not straight, then my full box isn't straight, and it just bugs me. So here I am, I will peel them up and make sure they're good. So while I'm working on my headers, I did want to talk a little bit about my name, Peachtree Plans, and where that came from. So I'm actually from Atlanta, Georgia originally. That's where I was born, and I live in Indiana now. But I lived there for the first like 4 years of my life, and it's always been really sentimental to me, mostly because my grandfather, who passed away, he always called me his little Georgia peach, and so it's really special to me, and so I went with Peachtree Plans. So I started my Instagram in late September 2020, and I really started decorative planning probably earlier in that month. I was kind of struggling to use my vertical planner. The new Erin Condren planners came out and I really wanted to buy a new one. I just didn't like my vertical planner. I didn't know how to use it, but I didn't want to waste my 18-month planner. So I was just looking up like on Instagram and Pinterest some inspiration, and I came across this whole world of decorative planning and all of these stickers. And so it was just originally just my motivation to finish out my planner, but I became hooked, as you can see. But it's been a really great stress reliever for me. It's a good creative outlet. It just allows me to stay organized, but also do something creative, which I've always really enjoyed doing. So now I'm going in with my date covers, and I think the font on these are just so cute. I love that script font. And then you see I get to Wednesday and then I realized my mistake where I didn't put in my checklist in my sidebars, so I start peeling that up. So when I first joined the planner community, I guess, I always saw people using tweezers and I just thought that was so funny, that's so random. But it wasn't really until I started doing my nails more that I realized that tweezers are so helpful, and so I found these really cute ones at Meijer and they're marble print, and I absolutely love anything marble. So I started doing dip nails probably 2 years ago, and I love the way they look, but I absolutely hate going to the salon. I just hate getting them off and I hate sitting there. And I also realized that the little containers are probably not the most sanitary also. So I was looking, I was oh, I can probably do that myself. And so I got, it's called Dipwell nails, or that's the kit I use, and I absolutely love doing them now. But I took a break from doing my nails for about a year. I was getting kind of frustrated, and I don't think I was very good at it, so they would start cracking a lot. But I just started doing them again last month. I did a lot more research this time around, and I looked up YouTube tutorials and everything, so they turned out pretty well. But anyway, back to my planner. So now I'm going in with some little date dots, and these are another $2 Tuesday from Sadie stickers, and they're little bunnies, which are just so cute, and I love them. And here's the moment I realized my phone died. I didn't realize how much battery it would take to record this video, so I'll note that for next time. But the lighting's not as great for the rest of the video. But here I am just showing you what I already did. I filled in the rest of the date dots, and then I started putting in my full boxes. And then I actually got these were a $2 Tuesday from Nicole Alexia Designs, and they match the little bottom washi, and they're so cute. And I really like using, I guess they're overlays, but I really like using them as just an underlay, and I thought that was so fun. So that's another little tip I have to kind of spice up your planner, is to use overlays as an underlay in your spread. Okay, so now I'm just going in with another full box. I kind of just follow the same patterns and I just switch them up depending on the week. So I'm just going in with this little alternating pattern this time. And then I'm topping that one with a header. And now I'm going in with an underlay tape or a bougie box. This one's from Rose Colored Days. I really like getting underlay tapes from Rose Colored Days and then also Caress Press. I believe these are the Confetti 3.0 from Rose Colored Days, and they are in the color gold. Now I'm adding more headers just on top of the foil underlays, and you can start to see how it's kind of a diagonal pattern. I don't put a confetti underlay on all of the boxes. I usually leave some blank just so I can write a checklist or something. So I kind of just like to map out my pattern of where I'm going to put my boxes in my head before I lay them down. And this kit actually has some double boxes, so I'm going to put those on the Saturday and Sunday. So now I'm adding some more of those confetti underlays, and I always had the hardest time tearing these when I first got them. I would tear them and they would always rip. So the best way to do it is just to pull them straight apart and they'll rip perfectly every time. While I'm laying down more headers, here's some more facts about me. I have a twin brother. I love iced coffee. I love Marvel movies, and I was in color guard for 13 years, and I taught for 4 years, taught high school kids. And now I don't have time because of nursing school, so it's really sad. These two boxes are my absolute favorite in the kit. I don't know why, but if a kit has like a scene of a kitchen that's like super cute, I'm sold. Instantly, I'm sold. And I also love the little string light garland on the top. Again, if it has a garland, I'm sold. So now I'm just finishing up my headers, and then I am finally done with all of my base kit. So once I'm done laying down everything, I'll just go in and add boxes for any big events I have. So my usual big event would be class every Wednesday. I'm still doing Zoom University, sadly, but only for a few more weeks. And then I will finally be in person on campus, and I'm so excited. I'm using a scalloped foiled box from Strawberry Creek Studio, and then a script from Chaotic Kreations. They were formerly LC stickers. And then I just write in the time, so at 9:30. And then I'm using one of the bigger boxes. I love the detail on these boxes, the little vine flower, it's so cute. On Monday, I had an appointment for a wellness check and a TB test for nursing school. I also had to get a booster vaccine, so I just have to get everything up to date so I'm ready for in-person clinicals in a few months. So now I'm just adding a quarter box, and I'm going to use an Easter script from PlannaHannah just to mark Easter. And then I'm going in with a bigger box here, also with the little vine detail. And I'm just writing Easter dinner because my mom told me it was going to be dinner. And then she changed it to lunch, and I already wrote it, and I don't have any more boxes to fix it. So I ended up just writing Easter dinner / lunch because I'll probably be there all day anyway. But sometimes, you just have to do stuff like that to make it work. So now I'm just writing on my checklist, one of my assignments. I had a case study due. And that is all for my very first Plan With Me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Thanks, guys. Bye.